Hello and welcome to week 249. My name is James and I'm your Sunday night reviewer. And this evening I'll be reviewing the 2015 Kiwi, so New Zealand's horror comedy, Deathgasm. This is one I've owned for quite a while now, probably over a year. I've just never got around to watching it. I heard a few good things, which is why I picked it up. And yeah, so I actually put it in tonight. I've actually just finished watching it, and it was good fun. It's actually directed by Jason Lee Howden. I think he also wrote this somewhere. I think I heard about it, read it somewhere. Sorry, I sound a little bit sick. Got a bit of a sore throat at the moment, but battling through. Yeah, as I said, I've not heard of this guy before. I I think maybe a while ago I might have googled him or like probably gone on IMDb or something, but I think he's into like special effects, like probably thinking like Avengers or something like that. Maybe it was a while ago. I don't know if I just plucked that out of thin air and making it up or it's true, but I think I saw something like that on IMDb. I can't remember now. But anyway, we follow a guy called Brody, who's a metalhead. Yeah. By the way, this film is, I think, set in the 80s. I don't. It doesn't actually say, but the look and the feel of everything, there's a big clear indication that maybe it's not nowadays. Is that there's no mobile phones in there. But yeah, I think it's set in the 80s. And yeah, he's a metalhead, and there's a family issue that makes him have to move in with his uncle, his aunt and uncle, and his cousin. And yeah, it's kind of a normal kind of film to start with. There's quite a lot of funny bits and pieces in the first act. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the visual kind of style and kind of that kind of a little bit. I was gonna say awkwardness, not really so much awkwardness, but the visual style of Napoleon Dynamite, that kind of high school kind of thing. And yeah, so you learn Brody, you learn a couple of other characters. He starts to make a few friends with people, and starts a metal band, which of course you would assume that happens. They come across these musical pages. It turns out that this is actually kind of the black verse, I think it's called, or something, but basically opens up like this gateway for this demon to come through, and all hell breaks loose from when they start playing this from the first time. The movie takes a different tone. The funniness is still there, but I'm gonna say, because I think it even kind of says on the front about brain dead, dead alive, that you kind of get that gore effect start, like the spraying of blood and everything. There's a lot of gore in this, and it's really well done. I'm guessing the budget for this isn't particularly huge, but everything looks really good, and yeah, it's entertaining as hell. Starts. I was gonna say a little bit more serious. It's not more serious in the third act, but they just the comedy. I was going to say relief. Then it's not comedy. The comedy elements kind of start to die down a little bit, and I must admit the third act is a little bit weak. It's not rushed, but it's very predictable, and yeah, I suppose it's kind of like an easy finish to the film. But don't let that kind of put you off. Like I said, that you take the film as a whole. It's like kind of a school comedy to start with, and then like a splatter gore horror comedy in the second part, which also rolls into the third bit. Um, yeah, so like I said, this is a very entertaining film. It looks great. Some well, not amazing cinematography, but everything looks pretty good. For the main, like all the main actors, but they're pretty good. Yeah, especially the something Rathbone, Milo Cawthorn. Sorry, Rathbone. Milo Cawthorn. He's the main guy. He's really good. Yeah, I actually kind of quite liked him. I think he's in Blood Punch as well. I'm not sure, but yeah, he's pretty solid. Yeah, and like I said, the main cast are pretty good. A few of the kind of sub characters are a little bit weak, like the main bad guy. He's not very good. But yeah, it's an entertaining ride. It's not really a load of like metal in there. It's not like the Devil's Candy kind of sort of thing, but it keeps popping up and like there's little bits. There's not really a lot in the soundtrack that kind of flies out at you, but it's good fun. I apologise again, like I'm sounding really rough right now, so I'm actually think I'm just going to finish this review rather than like croak along. Um, like I said, the story, it's not amazing or anything like that. It's just a fun ride. Yeah, it's kind of it's kind of what it says on the tin, kind of that old saying, but it's good fun. Yeah, it's good splatter gore fun, and it's nicely acted and it's tied up nicely together. There's some hilarious scenes in it actually, involving battering demons to death with dildos and anal beads and like craziness with chainsaws and all this sort of stuff. I'd actually recommend this as like a pretty good watch. Probably thinking off my head right now, probably 7.5 out of 10. Maybe I'll end up giving it after a thought like a 7 out of 10. But you don't get too many films coming out of New Zealand, and it like this one. If there's anything to go by, that they should do more because this is really good fun. So yeah, my recommendation is to give this one a watch. Okay then, thank you very much. Hope you all have a nice evening, and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye bye.